Howdy everybody, and welcome to part 4 of my Multiversus picks. Now, if you haven't seen part 1, 2, and 3, go check those out. But in part 4, as you can see, we checked out Monkey D. Luffy. Now, please, do go check out those parts if you haven't seen them. And if you do enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing and liking, because this is a multi-part series. So, if we may, let us continue. And as I stated in the last video, the first character we will be going over is King Shark from DC. He's the villainous non-human, and he would be a tank. Obviously, you can see his icon and ring out right there. You can all read this if you pause. And his height, he would be a little bit taller than Shaggy, nearly up to the Iron Giant's waist. He is mostly normal attacks. He doesn't really have anything special, although he does have some movie references. Most of his attacks are more original that I've made, but there are some Suicide Squad references from the movie, like throwing the starfish and putting the starfish on the ground as a bomb. And obviously, as you can see right there, his ring out is also one of his attacks, where he jumps up and he bites onto opponents, and he can even bite on opponents and shake them. His first perk allows all the starfish to now deal ice damage, and his second perk gives him 3.5% more speed. He is a heavy character after all. His skins are the Squad King Shark, which is an epic, Isekai King Shark, which is also an epic, Killer King Shark, which is an epic, and then Glory Day King Shark. Now, these are from the Suicide Squad movie, Kill the Justice League, Isekai, and the original designs of him. Number 17 is another hybrid. I know I said I would do Ben 10, but I still haven't. So we have the Banana Splits instead. Yeah. The Banana Splits. Okay, so here are their height. 4 movesets. So Fleegle is the bruiser of the group. There's not really much you can really say about most of these characters, but one move he does have is, one of his moves is he pulls out a box that can grab people and he'll saw them. He really does nothing. He's a straightforward bruiser with some specialized attacks. And also, same thing with Snorky. Snorky is also the same. Oh, I did forget to mention one thing. You can change as these characters. You get to change into the next Banana Split. So, as Fleegle, you would change into Snorky, and while Snorky, you need to wait 30 seconds to change to the next Banana Split. Snorky will be changing into Bingo. My bad, my finger got in the way of the camera. I'm very sorry. But anyway, Snorky would change to Bingo. Bingo has really no special moves either. He does use his drums, though, for his attacks, and he would change into Drooper. And Drooper would change into Fleegle. Although Drooper has more movie reference abilities than the others, because he's the one doing the most killings. Yeah. The first perk will let you wait 20 seconds instead of 30 to change to the next one, and the second makes all the pie attacks do high knockback. The broken splits would be one of their skins, and since not all of them have images of them being broken, with Fleegle having the only broken variant in the movie, this is just a reference on what the others could look like. Number 18 is the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz, and he's a non-human bruiser. Most of his attacks would just be scared, cowardly attacks, so he's accidentally harming others, and his only interaction would be Iron Giant, really. Most of his attacks are normal. He can gain a buff, though, when he puts on a crown, he does gain a buff for 30 seconds, and he even can use a Healing Zone Blanket, which heals 1 health for every 1.5 seconds. His first perk will allow his crown buff to do 40 seconds instead of 30, and his second perk would let his blanket heal every 0.5 seconds. And the book Cowardly Lion would be his only other skin, and it would be animated. Number 19 is Lion-O from the Thundercats. He's a non-human heroic animated, and he would be a tank. I mean, just look at him. He's a tank right there. His interactions are Rick, Shaggy, Wonder Woman, and Tom and Jerry. And he's taller than Shaggy. So, a lot of his attacks would actually be with his sword and his claw shield. His claw shield could give him a buff and could even grapple onto the stage and onto opponents. His first perk would let his shield ability, which is one of his abilities, which is his buff, be 2% stronger, and his second perk makes 6 beams instead of 4 beams come out of his sword. And the Lino 2011 is his epic skin. Stan Smith from American Dad is actually possible because of a collaboration. Well, not collaboration, but a deal that was struck with the company that was actually making American Dad. And since we can't have Peter Griffin, why not? Why not Stan? His interaction would be Rick, Batman, Iron Giant, Bugs, and LeBron. So a lot of his attacks rely on either his gun or some other things, like different weapons. But I would like to talk about one move, which is his side special, which is swinging a white dog with a red collar. It's just a normal dog with a white collar. If anybody knows this dog, you're wrong. It is a normal white dog with a red collar. His skins would be the Bald Stan, Destructive Stan, and Goofy Hero Stan. And his perk instead now gives him 15 bullets and the gun doesn't jam, which is one of his abilities. And his bombs automatically explode and deal fire damage. So, to end off this one, we have some more skins. So these are the last amount of skins I will be doing for this video, which is the Banana Guard, which is the alternate Banana Guard, which is from Fiona and Cake, which is a villainous Remnant Batman, which is an epic and now becomes a ruby skin like the Friday the 13th ones. The Happy Rabbit, which is a legendary skin for Bugs. Jake Suit Finn, which is an epic for Finn. Bird of Prey Harley, which is a rare. Jermaine, which is a new version for Jake, which is a rare. Rotten Jason, which is an epic. Wildman Morty, which is an epic. Dandy Rick, which is a legendary. Superman Blue, which is a legendary for Superman. And Red Sun Superman, which is a rare. If you did enjoy this content, please consider subscribing. And I will see you in part 5. And the character that will start off part 5 will be Willy Wonka from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. See you then.